Hello friends, welcome to Java2D tutorial. Now you are watching part 2 of the subseries shape fill. So here in this video we will learn about the example. In the previous video we talked about the basics of shape fill. Now we will talk about the example. Here if you see, this is a dialog, and this dialog contains a component called canvas, and in the dialog's bottom portion we have 3 labels and 3 buttons. So when you click any of this button, this will launch J color chooser, and from that J color chooser we can pick a color. So for example, when user clicks this button, it will present a J color chooser. Using J color chooser, user can pick a color. The picked color will be shown here in the button just by setting the background of the button, and at the same time we will use color fill here in the first rectangle. Then here user should first pick the gradient color 1, then gradient color 2. Once it is done, the color interpolation will be applied in the second rectangle. So this is simply a gradient fill, and you can see the picked color. So this is if we say this is C1 and this one is C2, C1 in the left edge and C2 is here. That means we pick the interpolation point left and right edge. So that's how you see the color is linearly applied between these two interpolation point. You see yellow here, and here you will see whatever color it is. Let's say it's green, and you can see how the interpolation is applied here. That means the color mixture, the mixture between yellow and somewhat green, that's applied here in between. So this is called gradient fill. And instead of the graphics method draw, previously we used a draw method, right? For the draw method we provided the shape, but if you want to fill something, you have to make a call to fill method instead of draw. Here also you can pass a rect. This will perform rectangle outline, but when you pass a rect here in the fill method, it will perform the filling based on whatever paint attribute is set to the graphics object. Alright, so that's all about the example. We will end up in creating a dialog derived class, then canvas derived class, and adding these 3 controls. Either we will add vertically or horizontally, and we will perform painting in the paint override method. So that's how the example flow will go in the next coming 3 videos. Now it's a demo time. Let's go to the demo and create our dialog with the canvas in it. So far we created 5 examples. Now we will create a new, other. From window builder, this time I'm choosing J dialog. So in the J dialog I am naming this as G05 or 06. Shape fill dialog, and we don't want to generate OK and cancel button. So I'm removing the check mark here. So that's all. Once I click finish, JBuilder will create a dialog instance for us. If we need any cleanup, we can do that. So if you want to check at this stage, you can simply click run, and this is how the dialog appears. So this is the dimension of the dialog in the constructor. You can see that, and let us change the dimension here. We can directly change the width and height, or if you prefer design view, you can go to design tab. You can go to design tab, then resize the dialog. So by default it's 450. Let it be like this. (600) by let me keep it as 400. 600 by 400, and here I'm setting the title as Java2D shapefill example. And here you can see how the constructor got changed. Now we have set title and set bounds. So these are all the code generated by the window builder itself. Whenever you make change on the design, you can see the relevant changes applied in the code behind or in the source, in the Java file I mean. Let's go to design view again. Here if you see, this is the dialog. Entire dialog is selected, and here is the content pane. For the content pane, I am changing the layout to flow. Let's keep absolute layout, and I'll click save changes. Now we will place the canvas inside this dialog, and the dialog is set with absolute layout. So in the palette, canvas is actually the AWT component. We will drag and drop the canvas. Canvas is useful. You can read the tooltip. A canvas component represents a blank rectangular area of the screen onto which application can draw, or from which the application can trap input events from the user. Here we are going to use it to perform drawing. So we will just place this canvas here, then we will resize it, and we will provide some room towards the bottom to place some of the command buttons. Since it's a absolute layout, I mean the dialog is managed by the, or the content pane is managed by the absolute layout, we can freely place the component and resize it. And this is our canvas class, right? Background, let's check white background for it. Now we will place 3 label and 3 label and 3 buttons. So this is our first label. and we will name this label as solid color. Then we will place a J button, and we will remove this label. Also we will resize it. The same way we can place other controls also. Copy, paste. Okay, the alignment may not be good, but that's okay. Here we will change the name as gradient gradient 2. Then we will paste again for the second set of control, and here we will name this as gradient 1. So here we will rename the buttons. We will name it as btn solid color, btn grade 1, btn grade 2. So that's all. We designed our form, and we will resize this canvas. Okay, that's enough. We will save this and run it once. Solid color not fully displayed. Okay, and in the next video we will invoke the color picker and continue with the example. So let's quickly check the source, and you can see in the constructor initially we saw only these two lines, right? Now based on our form design or the dialog design, these components are added. So we set layout, absolute layout, so layout is null here. Then you can see each component is added: canvas, J label, button, second label, second button, third label, and third button. Everywhere it uses a set bounds, and it tells location as well as width and height. So manually writing this will be somewhat tougher. That's why we used this designer. We moved the control, all those stuff, and set bounds is set based on the location of the control as well as its size. Alright, that's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.